what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. And tonight I'm going to be talking about how Tamar Braxton is defending her ex-boyfriend David against the allegations that her sisters Toni and Tawanda have made about him. Now, earlier today, I posted a video where I showed you guys how Toni Braxton was calling him a weasel and Tawanda was calling him a loser. Well, I'm going to replay what Toni Braxton had to say. Then I'm going to show you what Tawanda is now saying. And then I'm going to show you what Tamar is saying in his defense. Y'all already know that Tamar has been going through it with David a deficit. Her fine man that she said was her knight in shining armor, her savior. It just all started to fizzle out and fizzle down. Well, he had came forward and made claims about, what Tamar had did to him. Then we hear out of nowhere Toni Braxton popping off on David on social media. And I'm like, well, Toni don't ever be in a drama. She don't ever be in a mess. And you'll never see her going off on nobody. What's the tea with that? You know what I'm saying? We need publicity for the show, or is she really just fed up with the boy? What's going on? So she took to her Instagram account and she said, David, you weasel, you ferret, you are beyond contempt once again. Do not include my children in your shenanigans. Please leave my family alone. Okay, so as you can see, that's what Toni Braxton had to say. She just was not feeling him. She called the man a weasel. She called him a ferret. And I mean, he kind of does resemble those things. And she just felt the need to get it off her chest to tell him boo, I'm going to need you to back up and I'm not appreciating it. Well, Tamar's other sister, Tawanda, chimed in, and this is what she had to say.
Beautiful couple. Thanks, guys. So we just wanted to say Toni is okay. She's just really pissed off at David, as we all are. We don't appreciate or, I guess, agree or condone the way that he's handling the situation. It's even deeper than you guys can even imagine. So,
y'all only know the surface of it.
That's it. So for Toni to even say something and to post it on social media, because she never does anything like that, he's gone way too far.
Yeah.
And like she said, you don't involve the children. We don't care what happens or how we may disagree or agree to disagree. You never involve the children, and David went over the line when it comes to that. So
somebody said, drop David's address, please.
I can't do that. But I would say, my words is that I believe that he's a loser boy, from the rooter to the tutor. And if I'm calling somebody a loser boy, I mean it.
Yeah, she mean that.
Look, Kika Nunu Moo said Toni is private, so I knew it had to be. So you already know Kika Nunu Moo too.
That ain't even her name.
And listen, she's a friend of the family's, and I've known her forever.
Okay, so as you can see, that's what her sister Tawanda had to say. So Toni Braxton called him a weasel, and then Tawanda saying, it must have been something big for Toni to go off, and saying that he's a true loser. Well, Tamar had posted up a tweet, and she said, nobody wins when the family feuds. And then the following day, she came forward to kind of defend David against her sisters, calling him a loser.
Whew. Okay, so today is a lot, and I just wanted to come on here and just clear some things up. I really honestly appreciate my family, all of a sudden speaking up for me,
Oop, not her saying her sisters all of a sudden wanting to speak. Let me finish listening some more.
I really honestly appreciate my family, all of a sudden speaking up for me, I do appreciate that. And, it's expected when you're going through a breakup for families, to choose a side and have things to say. It's never positive. And I know nobody agrees with what, David said on his live. I don't agree with what he said, But I do feel compelled to say that it wasn't a terrible relationship. David was an amazing partner to me. He was an amazing stepdad to Logan. He wasn't a clout chaser. He wasn't trying to be on TV. He did everything on TV and showed up for me because I asked him to. And I don't feel like majority of the things that are being said is warranted, because, you know, what I went through this summer was very traumatic for both of us. And he was there for me every step of the way, even when most people were not. The people that I thought was going to show up did not show up. He showed up. And that's why I feel so compelled to say something now, because, you know, as much as I understand everybody dragging him through the mud and saying what they need to say because of what he said on his live, the other part is still present too. And this is not me trying to get back with David or we working things out, because we're not. I haven't talked to him or seen him since August 30th. Just me on my journey. I just really want to do the right thing. And I'm sorry if I look ridiculous trying to do the right thing, but, you know, I just wanted to say that. And, you know, unfortunately, this is a situation where nobody wins. We're in a legal dispute and things are blown out of proportion. And I just feel really bad for everybody, including myself. So I would just really like to heal privately and be able to tell my story when I feel the need to tell my story. So everybody involved, thank you, I love you, but I would like to heal in private.
Okay, so that is straight out of Tamar's mouth. Basically, she's telling her sisters to stand back and stand by and letting them know thanks, but no thanks. Like, she doesn't want them to add fuel to the fire. She doesn't feel like he's as bad as they're making it out to be. And it sounds like she's throwing shade to them, saying that he was there when y'all wasn't. So how dare y'all try to throw dirt on his name? That's kind of what I sound like to me. But what do you guys think about that? Let's talk about it down below. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more celebrity news and gossip. But in order to do that, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell. Check out my links in the description, which includes a link to my website. And I'll see you guys on the next video.